Hello and welcome to the office. This is Eric. It is Monday night and we are going to go over 3 items that sold since the last video. First thing is not going to be in hand. It is a Nintendo Wii bundle console, controls, balance board, and 8 games that were tested, all the cords and the sensor bar and everything. This one really surprised me. It didn't bring much at all. $50 is what I had into it. I bought it at a garage sale with the console and a control, a nunchuck, all that stuff, and a bunch of games. And I kind of parted the games out a little bit here and there. And after all that, it only sold for $60.99. So I'm really just going to break even on this probably, if not just lose a little bit of money. I guess the video game consoles have kind of cooled off. Especially the Wii's. So maybe then I have another one downstairs, so I might just go Facebook Marketplace on that one, see if we can unload it that way. And then I don't have fees involved in it, so at least we're definitely making money on it. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I found it relatively cheap at a garage sale and just didn't work out on making money on it. Next thing, Goodwill find. This is a 1/10 Planet RC Fresh Cherries AMC Pacer Body Vehicle Drift Hard Body Rare. Okay. This was a $2.99 pickup at Goodwill. This is a remote control car. I just don't have the control for it or a battery, so I don't really know if it works. It's basically as is. So I saw it come out on a cart when they pushed it out, and I saw it right away. I was like, that's got to be worth money because I saw the Pacer on it, and with the big tires, it's kind of cool. I paid $2.99 for it, and it sold this morning for $30. So not bad at all. But not as good as that shirt that's hanging up behind me. If you know anything about wrestling, that is a Triple H t-shirt. That is Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And then it has the H and then a cube behind it, but they call him Triple H, not H cubed. On the back, it has the WWF logo, World Wrestling Federation, and then it says it's good to be king, and it's got the trademark 1997 Titan Sports. I saw this in Goodwill on a Sunday, and I'd already checked out. My kids were bothering me. Like, people were in the way, so I had to cut back through an aisle to even get out of the store. And as I was walking past it, I saw that. And so I went the next day and picked it up. Luckily, it was still there. It's a large, I believe, yes. And I paid $2.99 for that. I bought it Monday, listed it Sunday. Within about 5 hours of listing it on Sunday, it sold for $69.99. So vintage wrestling t-shirts from the 90s, especially like the Attitude Era, the Raw versus SmackDown, Raw versus Nitro, the War, the ECW shirts. A lot of those can bring really big money. I have another Shawn Michaels shirt that I picked up that day, and I already have an offer of $120 on it. But I listed it at $199.99 because one recently went to auction to $175. So when I let it go a couple days, if I don't get any higher offers, I may let it go at the $120 because I paid $3 for it. Or I may put it to auction to see how high it actually goes. So that's probably more the pace if I don't sell it by the end of the week. Today's only Monday, so I give it about 4 more days and then flip it over to auction to see if we can move it that way and get top dollar out of it. But definitely 1990s wrestling t-shirts. I had one from SummerSlam 96 when Shawn Michaels took on Vader in Cleveland. And the Shawn Michaels shirt I bought at the show is fairly simple. I looked it up the other day. It's worth $270. There's a Shawn Michaels shirt that's worth $450. It's not just Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Austin. His seemed to be a little cheaper because there were so many of them. If you can find some off-name wrestlers like Sid or Vader or Mark Mero or Mankind, those seem to be pretty high because they just weren't superstars at the time. So yeah, $3 into $70, and I have another $3, and I'm going to get at least $120 out of it if I take the offer. So look in your closet, especially if you're a child of the 90s, 80s, 90s, in that mid-90s range. Those shirts are worth a lot of money. All right, we'll see you later. Bye. Hello, this is Eric and welcome back to the office. We're going to go over 6 items that sold recently in the last 24 hours. We'll get started on this. First thing is an used AccuSplit S602M 100D 100 memory water resistant stopwatch tested. The only reason I listed this as used is I had to take it out of the package and put a new battery in it. Otherwise it was sealed. Paid $1.99 for this at Goodwill and got $27.99 out of it. The second thing that sold is the Cowboys jersey back there. That is a Dan Bailey Dallas Cowboys blue Nike jersey, size medium. Paid $4.59 for that at Goodwill and sold it for $28.10. That jersey got more than a Baker Mayfield jersey actually got. Baker Mayfield only got 23, and here the Cowboys kicker got $28.10. The thing right beside it is a pair of new with tag Eddie Bauer Relax Fit flat front 33 by 34 khaki pants. Those came from the Goodwill outlet. I may have $1 into them or so. It's funny that I bought 4 pairs of brand new pants at the Goodwill outlet. People just passed up. They still had stickers and tags and everything on them. Nothing wrong with them, no dirt or anything like that. I paid, like I said, maybe $1, and I sold them for $19.99. Moving on, one more thing in hand. This is a Upper Deck snapback baseball cap hat, black, 1990s. Basically new without tag. It looks like it's never been worn, so I put new without tag. And I paid 50 cents for that at a garage sale probably 6 weeks ago or so, and it sold for $24.99. And the last thing that's in hand is this Disney Princess Jack's Pacific plug and play game. It's like 9 games in one, very elementary games like keeping the balloons up or popping balloons or whatever. That was given to me free by a guy at a garage sale because he saw I had a daughter. He's like, here, take all this stuff. And she wasn't really interested in it because she has a Switch. So I sold that for $9.99. It is tested and working. And the last thing I sold actually is a great investment or a great return on investment. I had about $3 into it. It is a Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock Nintendo Wii bundle. It was the game tested and 2 guitars, the Les Paul and the Sunburst. I said I only have about $3 into it because the guitars came with this Nintendo Wii Tower that I bought. That was $7, and the game came in a bundle of games that I bought with another Wii, so I kind of put them together, and I ended up with $74.99 on those, and that is it out the door. So last 24 hours made about $200 in gross sales, and probably close to netting probably about $150 or so. So not a bad day at all. All right, thank you. See you later. Bye. Hello, this is Eric. It is Wednesday night. Welcome back to the office. Going to go over 3 items that sold since your last video. First thing, real quick, is a 1995 Milton Bradley electronic handheld Yahtzee game. That is tested and working. And I paid $0.25 for this at a garage sale and sold it for $9.99. I like picking up the little electronic handheld games because it seems like people buy them frequently. Because, you know, people travel a lot and whatnot, or they're bored. You know, a lot of times people are on their phone. Maybe this is a little more nostalgic to have the little handheld in your possession instead of just being on your phone. Next thing is a Road Legends. It's a garage sale find. Box is really pretty beat up, but the car inside is fine. This is a Road Legends Chevrolet Bel Air 1956 1/18 diecast. In original box. It's actually new sealed in box. The car, you can see, looks really nice. It's the plastic and the cardboard that looks bad. I paid $7 for this at a garage sale, and this one sold for $20 as of today. And then the last thing is not going to be on screen. It's a little too cumbersome, lots of pieces to it. It's an RCA RTD 325W DVD player, antenna, remote control, and 5 speakers. So basically it's an entire surround sound, except it's missing the subwoofer. So everything's tested and working. The only thing bad with this is the red, yellow, and white AV ports. those don't work, but the HDMI does work, so you can always use that. And I did include an HDMI cord on top of this. I paid $10 for this at a garage sale about 6-8 weeks ago probably, and it sold for $49.99. The reason it took so long to sell is I kept putting off testing it because the cords were all tangled up, and I just didn't really feel like testing a bunch of electronics for a while. So eventually I did test it, clean it all up, and everything works except for, like I said, the AV plugs. The HDMI and everything else works fine. So that is it for everything. We will see you later. Bye.